Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. Well, let's get rolling. The Packers have recently released Jair Alexander, and I think this is a great opportunity for the Steelers to make a move to bolster the secondary once again. The secondary past couple of years probably the weakest of our defense, especially the cornerback room. But adding Darius Slay, adding Eccles could help out. But if you can land a stud like Jair Alexander, he's Darius Slay, but a couple years younger. And by couple, I mean like 6 years younger. Darius Slay's 34. Wow, Alexander's 28 right now, and a two-time All Pro. So, I mean, he's proven to be a lockdown cornerback in this league. He's proven to be a game changer in this league. The only issue is the past 2 seasons, he struggled with the injury bug, only playing 7 games in both the previous 2 years. So, that is the big problem in terms of someone like Alexander right now. Previous to that, he never really missed a game. I think being in a rotation with Slay Porter and Eccles could really help keep them fresh and healthy on the field. I don't think we have to worry too much about injury if you get a solid rotation going for the guys at cornerback. But uh, a couple like a month ago now, I talked about possibly making a deal for Alexander or waiting till he gets released because we heard the rumors about him and the Packers not getting along anymore. So I thought that would have been a solid move a month ago. And now we don't have to give up any assets. We just have to pay him a little bit of money. A little bit of money. But you got to pay everyone when it comes to this league, especially at that cornerback room. If you can secure a lockdown corner like Alexander, another guy that can teach the younger generation of quarterbacks in our room, like Porter, how to continue to better themselves in this league. That is going to do wonders for this team, and especially for this defense that could possibly be the best defense in the league next year. But let's move to the other side of the ball because we got wide receiver trade rumors too now going crazy. Terry McLaurin has grown frustrated with the Commanders and has unexpectedly left voluntary workouts. Those are the reports coming out right now, and it's because once again these contract dilemmas. He's frustrated that there's no progress on his new contract. I think this is the final year of his last deal. And him and the Commanders not getting along, you would have thought it would be going better after they found their quarterback of the future in Jaden Daniels. But now seems like they could be losing his top target. As the rumors, the Steelers actually are one of the top landing spots once again for a receiver like McLaurin. There's no certain number two on our team right now. That's why you keep seeing the Steelers in so many rumors when it comes to the wide receiver market right now. Just because, I mean, Calvin Austin, Robert Wilson, Robert Woods, they're all gonna probably give us solid reps next year. But can we really rely on them to be the second guy out wide? I don't really think so too much, especially Robert Woods. Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin to me and Woods are built for the slot. They're not meant to really go out wide, in my opinion. That's how I'd use those two. Roman Wilson, he's still more of a question mark since we haven't seen him on the field in NFL games just yet since he was injured all last year. But McLaurin, proven route runner, proven a guy that can get open consistently every week. 10 catches close to every week, it feels like, for someone like McLaurin. Uh, Previous 5 years, he's been over 1,000 yards. His whole career, he averages over 1,000 yards a season. So, if you can land another guy at the receiver position after we got rid of George Pickens, that really did open up a whole kind of at that wide receiver two position. So adding someone like McLaurin definitely ain't the worst idea in my mind. I don't know what it would really take. My proposed trade for someone like McLaurin, based off of some of the other proposed trades I saw, was basically we get McLaurin, they get our next year's second rounder, next year's third rounder, and Cowboys fifth round pick in 2027 that we got. Pickens trade. Um, we have three third round picks next year. I think we have two second round picks, a couple compensation picks. So I think you can move on or off those picks if you're looking to really give it a charge this year at actually making a deep playoff run. Once you sign someone like Aaron Rodgers, I feel like you kind of have to go all in, especially if it's a 1 year deal, probably the last year of his career. This could be possibly one of our better chances we've had in the previous 5 seasons to make a deep playoff run, just because we have someone that can deliver the ball with relatively consistency, just because Aaron Rodgers is the best touchdown to interception ratio of all time in the NFL, lowest interception percentage of all time in the NFL. He's going to be able to deliver the route to the receivers. It's just you got to have the playmakers out there. So when they get the ball, they can make something happen, make a man miss or two. And McLaurin's been able to do that his whole career. Let's talk about another offensive factor, though, as Connor Hayward is actually working on a position change right now, which I think is really smart for Connor Hayward's career. Connor, I'm sorry, you never really got too many reps on the field at tight end. I'm sorry to say, you never really impressed me too much when you were getting those tight end reps out there. But our tight end room right now seems to be pretty loaded. And I know there's scared. Parham went down with injury. We lost our third guy, but you still got Darnell Washington. Washington's basically an athletic tackle that can catch the ball, and we should use him in the red zone a whole bunch more just because of the size that dude has compared to everyone else that would be guarding him. But Pat Prime is definitely tight end one. But Hayward, he gets lost in the shuffle, especially with JJ Galbraith, the undrafted free agent, really standing out in OTAs over the past couple weeks. So Hayward has been practicing in the backfield recently and is at a 10 pounds, going up from 230 to 240 to be the fullback, which I, hey, I can really get behind him going to fullback. I think that gives you an option out of the backfield with your fullback even to complete passes, to run, be in the I formation and run play action and still have that check down target in your fullback, not just your running back. You can have one on both sides. You see teams like the Ravens use their fullback a lot in the pass game, or the 49ers, they use their fullback a lot in the pass game, and it seems to work if you can catch a team off guard, which usually teams aren't looking at the fullback. Teams aren't expecting you to use your fullback that much. So having someone that can catch the ball at fullback like Connor Hayward would be nice. And I mean, he does seem to be a pretty decent blocker throughout his college and pro career. So I wouldn't be surprised if he actually becomes a better fullback than he was tight end to begin his career. But let's wrap this show up with a little positivity as Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf are showing they're willing to bond with teammates as they showed up to Cam Hayward's third annual Irons for Impact golf outing. Great calls. It is nice to see that the new investments are kind of buying in to the city and to teammates, especially a veteran like Cam Hayward, probably the locker room voice at this point in his career. So then get it on his good side, especially we saw what Hayward said a little bit about Rodgers before Rodgers was signed. It's because Rodgers showed up literally day one last Thursday to support Hayward. and his calls at this calls outing. It is really nice to see the new Bucks coming around and showing support for their new teammates and trying to build a connection with the city and the team. But that is it from Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Dennis, and I will see you tomorrow.